Hey YouTubers, thanks so much for checking out our video. For those of you that don't know us, I'm Trish.
And I'm Jose.
We're with Just Dance, and in this series, we're going to be giving you tips to improve your posture, frame, technique, connection, and musicality in the common patterns of the cha-cha-cha. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so in this video, we are going to be giving you tips to improve your connection and technique in the crossbody lead. First, we're going to demonstrate it from a couple different angles. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that again. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. All right.
Okay, so first I'm going to go over the leader's partnering skills, making sure that you can lead this pattern more effectively and that you and the follower know what is going on. So first I'm going to talk about the connection. So when leading this turn, you're going to keep your left hand in line with your sternum or your midline and in front of the follower's right shoulder. This keeps the follower on your right side and keeps her going straight. Now when you're to lead the turn itself, this turn happens between 2 and 3. You're going to sharply turn her before you take that third step on count 3.
And on that note, followers, you also have to make sure that you're keeping tone in your arms as well, so that you stay on the leader's right side until they lead that sharp turn at the end. Because a lot of times what happens is the leaders may do their part perfectly, but if the follower's arm is too loose, they'll end up passing the leader early anyway, and we'll show you what that looks like. So he'll go ahead and step forward. He's giving me great tone, but I'm not, and notice I'm in front of him already. Once that takes place, he kind of loses control in leading, and as the follower, I kind of took over. So we don't want that to happen. The leader should be leading, the follower should be following. So they're initiating, and our job is to execute. So in order for this to work properly, both partners have to keep tone in their arms and keep their arms in front of their body. So we'll demonstrate that again from the 2. So he's gonna move his body independent of the frame, meaning his arm stays with me in line with my shoulder and in line with his sternum. And I'm going to make sure my arm stays in front of my body and I don't collapse it like this. And then whenever he does his chasse, we're maintaining pressure in this hand the whole time so that I stay to his right until he's ready to bring me around. And then I can pass him, and now we're back in closed position. So very important tips to improve your connection and partnering skills. Okay, so the next thing that we wanted to go over were tips to improve your technique in this pattern. So first let's talk about how the connection can lead a reaction in the body for the follower. Whenever the leader moves away from the follower on 2, 3, we are preparing to do a forward chasse for the follower. Now, followers, you could do a forward lock step. You could even do a side chasse if you wanted to. There's a lot of variations here. Today, I'm just going to do a lock step. So, and Jose is going to do a side chasse. So we're going to go side together, side, I'm referring to him. So notice that right now, his weight is on the left foot, the left knee is slightly flexed. My weight is on my right foot and my right knee is slightly flexed. So what's going to happen here is he's going to finish his body action by allowing, hold on, not yet. He's going to finish his body action by allowing his knee to straighten, which is going to cause his hip to swing to the left. When that happens, I'm going to feel pressure in this hand, which is going to tell me to straighten my knee, and I'm going to push against him to create a swiveling action in my hip. Now, ready? Like that. When we do this action here, notice that both of our hips are far away from each other, and we've created space like you're stretching a rubber band. And notice that my left knee is now forward, which is going to allow me to take my next step. So without that happening, I would have a very difficult time releasing my left leg because I did a lock step and my right side was in the lead. So from here, whenever Jose takes his step to the right and finishes his hip action and turns, it's going to lead me to step forward and pivot. So he steps to the side, he finishes his action, and I'm going to do a sharp turn. Then we can replace our weight and do our chasse. Okay, so more on that pivot turn for the followers. What you want to focus on anytime you're doing a pivot turn is keeping your feet in the scissor position. So one foot is in front of the other and the tops of the thighs are squeezing the entire time. So whenever you take that step, followers, make sure that that right leg stays behind. Your weight is on the ball of the left foot. The tops of your thighs are squeezing together. And you turn, and at the end of the turn, very important that your weight is still forward on your left foot and you're waiting for the leader to shift your weight onto the right. Otherwise, you'll end up stepping too soon and pulling your leader towards you. Again, taking the leader's control and what some people may call back leading, but really it's an issue of losing balance. So you want to make sure that anytime you do a turn, your weight stays forward on the ball, your core is engaged, you have nice tall posture, and you're staying in your position with your legs in that scissor. Okay, so that was a lot. Let's dance it again slowly. I want you to pay attention to how when Jose's hip finishes, it causes a reaction through my hip, releasing my leg. And that happens through our connection. We have resistance and tone. So first and foremost, maintain nice toned frame and connect it to your partner so that you're able to feel these body actions and therefore able to feel when to change weight. So we'll show you again from here. From the rock step to save time. 2, 3, pressure, 4, and finishing the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do it again from here. 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1. So that is your cross-body lead in the cha-cha. We talked about connection and technique today. Practice that, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. And never forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get notified for our videos on a regular basis.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks again.